you with me tonight. I am excited to tell you a little bit about how I've gotten rid of a lot of toxins in my house, in my nest. I call it my nest, hence Nourish the Nest on Facebook. Um, we've gotten rid of a lot of toxins in my house, and we've replaced it with a lot of natural alternatives with the help mostly of essential oils. Um, so for those of you who don't know me already, my name is Jelaine Eastridge. I'm a health coach. I specialize mostly in getting rid of toxins in people's homes. As we know, our lives are full of toxicity, both in what we eat, the air that we breathe, the things that we put on our skin that is absorbed in our bodies, and the environment that we live in. And it's causing so many health problems for so many people. And a lot of times we don't realize that what we're putting on and what we're putting in our bodies is really the cause of so much sickness. So it's my goal, my mission to get out there and teach people that what we're doing right now isn't really working for us. Healthcare is skyrocketing, the cost of healthcare. We're spending trillions of dollars on healthcare every year in the United States, and we're getting sicker and sicker and sicker. So clearly there's got to be a better solution. And what I have found has worked best for me and my family is to clean up our lives, get rid of that crap, get it out, and find a better way to live, a healthier way to live. And it feels much better. We're healthier. We aren't run down all the time. We've got more energy and more life in us, more real life in us. And it's made a huge difference. And the reason I actually got into essential oils in the first place is because in all my research, I was trying to find a way to make my house smell good. Okay, I've got three boys, three teenage boys, three dogs, and a husband. And you know how husbands go. So I was looking for a way to purify the air in our home and make my house smell a little bit more fresh. But I knew that candles were not the option, and I knew that room sprays were not good for us. So I wanted to find a natural way that we could scent the home. And I started doing things like boiling cinnamon sticks with orange peels and things like that. But then I found I don't have those things just laying around the house all the time. So I was struggling with having good resources to use to scent my house naturally and things that didn't cost an arm and a leg. So that's when I discovered essential oils. I remember when I first talked to the gal that introduced me to essential oils, I said, man, your house must smell amazing because I know how good essential oils smell. And so that was kind of my first focus when it came to essential oils. Then I started to learn about their therapeutic properties, about their health contributions. And it really, like the light bulb came on, and I knew that I needed to start using these oils and then also building them into my practice because it fit exactly perfectly together with my health coaching practice. It was just perfect for what I was trying to teach people already anyway. This was giving people, the essential oils give you an alternative, a healthy alternative that you don't have to worry about. You don't have to worry if it's trustworthy or if there's a government agency who's lining their pockets behind this all, because there's not, and I know that, and it's an amazing gift of the earth that we're given, these essential oils. So let's get started. If you can see over here on the left, if you go to this website, sharesuccess.com/class, and you just go over here and you can download the copy of this class handout. It looks a little bit like this. And as I go through the class, you'll be able to follow along. You can either download it and leave it on your screen, or you can print it out and use it as a notepad and write some notes on it. There are some places where you can answer some questions that'll help guide you toward the essential oils that'll work best for your family. So feel free to do that now. Pause the recording if you're watching the playback, and go ahead and do that. So let's start off with why do we use essential oils? Where do they come from? We know that they've been around for literally thousands and thousands of years. They were used back in biblical times. You've heard of essential oils being used in biblical times and in the curing process for mummification. It was like they've been used for medicinal things in the Eastern countries. Eastern medicine has always used plants for their healing properties. And now in the United States, we're finally, in other modern countries, we're finally realizing how beneficial these plants are. And we've figured out safe ways to harvest the essential oils. So, what essential oils are the natural aromatic parts of the plant that are really carefully distilled or cold pressed, if it's a citrus, from the plant and used for the health benefits. So you can see right here on the left in the circle is a peppermint leaf. And right next to it, that leaf is magnified several times. So you can actually see this little white blob, which is the oil sac. So it takes a lot of plant to get enough oil to fill a 15 milliliter or a 5 milliliter bottle. But look how potent these little oils are. It takes 50 to 70 times, there's 50 to 70 times more powerful than the plants themselves. By distilling out the oils, we're getting so much more potency from the plants. So you don't need very much. In fact, 1 drop of peppermint is like drinking 28 cups of peppermint tea. Now, I don't know if your grandma's ever taught you, but my grandma always said that peppermint tea is really good to soothe an upset stomach. So imagine only needing to use 1 drop of peppermint tea, which costs about 8 cents, to soothe an upset stomach, or use it for fresh breath. It's a key ingredient in toothpaste. Only most of the toothpaste that we use, it's not natural peppermint. It's a synthetic, something that's made in a lab somewhere. And we'll talk a little bit more about that further down the line. But the purity of these oils and the potency of them is what really drew my attention. So let's watch this quick video.
We look out and see the world. It takes everything we have to face it. Without a sound, we take a step. Inside our hearts are racing. If it takes forever, we'll get there together.
As we started using them with our family, specifically with our little kids, and saw how fast they work and how easy it was to be able to help all of our health, it was awesome. I fell in love with them. Now when my wife and I talk about the oils, it's like, what did we do before the oils?
Every time we use the oils, it's amazing because I know that no matter what I pick, even if it's not the very specific thing that they needed, I've still done something positive for their bodies. I love to diffuse the oils in my house. I use them throughout the day as pick-me-ups. I drink them in my water. I cook with them. I do my laundry with them. They're just everywhere.
To be able to have answers at our fingertips that are natural and safe, that we feel even comfortable getting to our baby, is something that gives us a lot of peace of mind.
I'm teaching them about a different way to take care of themselves, and it's leaving a legacy for them. Who doesn't want that for their children? Who doesn't want to teach that?
When we began to use them and got results for ourselves and in our family and with people that we knew, I mean, that was amazing to us because we didn't even know that the power of essential oils existed.
It was amazing, especially knowing what we had gone through and actually feeling for once that I was able to help my child, every mom's dream. It was very empowering, and that was kind of my moment that I knew, why wouldn't it work?
It wasn't a couple days and I knew that things were working. And I was using them on my kids.
Ready for anything.
I didn't know that I had another option. I didn't know that I could have the power or the choice. doTERRA has given me the ability to make those decisions and to see that you don't have to give up all of your power. You can actually do it yourself.
Ready for anything. We're ready for anything. We're ready for anything.
Okay, great video, isn't it? And it just makes you smile seeing those little kids light up when they can help themselves. It's so cool. So amazing and empowering were the two words that I hear over and over in that video. And it's so true that you'll be amazed, first of all, at how helpful those little guys are, these essential oils. It'll blow your mind, really. I don't know anybody that's used them and it hasn't amazed them. And empowering, that's, I think, the coolest part of having essential oils and having these natural solutions right in a space in my home where all of my family can use them when they need them. They know what to use because I've taught them, or they know the resources where to how to figure out what to use, and they know where to apply them because it's intuitive. It just makes sense to them and to most people. And they know how often they need it. You use them when you need them. So it's very empowering as a mom to know that I've got things that make my kids feel better. And I don't have to wait in line at a doctor's office all the time. I don't have to worry about a copay. I don't have to worry about getting a prescription, or what if it's the weekend, because everybody knows nobody gets sick in the middle of the week during the day when the doctor's office is open. It always happens on the weekend or overnight when you can't get to the doctor. So to be able to have these solutions right at our fingertips at a moment's notice, and we can get to things immediately when they start instead of waiting 2 or 3 or 4 days before we can see a doctor. So it's very, very empowering, and that's, I think, my favorite part. They're effective. These oils are so effective, mostly because, like I said, we're able to support our bodies with the oils right off the bat when we start to notice symptoms. Look at this triangle here. You see that at the top is the symptoms. That's like the tip of the iceberg. We only see, feel, or experience the very tip, the symptom of what's actually going on in our body. There's a whole other big iceberg chunk under the surface that we can't see. So the key, first of all, to figuring out what's going on with your body, if you're out of balance, and anytime the body is not well, it's because there's an imbalance somewhere. The key is to first figure out the root cause. Why am I feeling this way? What caused this? What brought me here? And what can I do to change that? In the meantime, we can use essential oils to support our bodies back into balance. So you see a picture of the cell. The cell has this blue line around it. That's called the cell membrane. And the cell membrane is a lipid layer. Lipid means like fatty or oily. Bacteria live outside the cell. So when you go to the doctor and you are ill, they'll give you, sometimes if you have a bacterial infection, you'll get an antibiotic for that bacterial infection, and it takes care of it, doesn't it? But these guys, these are the viruses, and they live inside the cell wall. They're protected by that lipid fatty layer. Well, guess what, guys? Prescription medicines are water-based. And you probably remember from high school chemistry that oil and water don't mix. So that's why antibiotics don't work to help our bodies get rid of these viruses that are living inside our cells. They can't get to them. They're protected by this cell membrane. Essential oils, however, because they are an oil base or lipid base, they can cross that cell membrane, get inside the cell, and stop the replication of it so that the body can get rid of it quickly. That's why, again, it's so important to have the oils on hand for right away when you need them, because you can stop replication before it gets out of control and your body starts to feel, less and less healthy. let's watch another short video here.
There are no wasted efforts in nature. The fragrance of a flower, the smell of an orange, or the scent of honey all serve specific purposes vital to a plant's survival. What our senses perceive as fragrances or scent are actually volatile aromatic compounds, tiny organic molecules that serve a variety of protective, reproductive, and regenerative purposes. These compounds help ward off unfriendly pests, attract friendly herbivores and insects, and even help the plant heal from infection or physical injury. There are over 3,000 identified varieties of aromatic compounds, each with its own unique and functional chemical constituents that provide different aromas and benefits to the plants. From the petals of a flower, to the leaves of a plant, the rind of a fruit, or the resin of a tree, these volatile aromatic compounds are all around us. Distilled directly from their plant sources, essential oils are multifaceted agents that have seemingly endless applications to our health, used aromatically, topically, or internally. Ensuring the maximum potency and beneficial properties of essential oil are the result of maintaining the delicate ratio of aromatic constituents found in that essential oil, all of which can vary depending on the time of day or part of the plant which is harvested, the time of year or life cycle when harvested, the geographic location, and whether where the plant was grown, or the method and even the duration of distillation. For that reason, it is vital that essential oils come from trusted sources committed to not only producing unadulterated essential oils, but to adhering to the strictest production protocols. There are no wasted efforts in nature. Neither should there be in the health care you provide for yourself and those you love.
Great. So that video was a good lead in to our next topic, and that's talking about the quality of essential oils. doTERRA's essential oils are the standard for quality in the essential oil world. People are rising up now and trying to meet doTERRA's standard, and they can't do it. They don't have the infrastructure and the setup and the relationships that doTERRA has created to give the quality that we give. It's amazing. So let's back up a little bit and talk about the different grades of essential oils. The lowest grade of essential oil is a synthetic product. It's something that's created in a lab. You'll find it in candles, scented lotions, shampoos, things like that, soaps. Like I said, it's chemical. It's not real at all. Completely synthetic. The next grade is food grade. This is what is generally regarded as safe by the FDA to be used in food products. So these are cooking extracts or flavorings like we would find in peppermint or candy or cakes. Next, we have the therapeutic oils. Therapeutic, the word therapeutic you'll see on a lot of labels when you're shopping for essential oils in a Whole Foods or a natural grocery store, something like this. But the word therapeutic is not regulated. So they can slap that word on the label and call it a health solution or health product, and there's nobody testing the quality of that oil. 9 times, actually not 9 times out of 10, I'll venture as far to say 99.9% of the time, those therapeutic oils have been diluted heavily, and there may not even be any natural plant product in that oil. So they hide behind the labels, they're misleading, and they actually are making people get hurt or sick because of the toxicity of the oils and their synthetic compounds. doTERRA, however, has, like I said, risen to a new standard. They rose the bar. There's a new standard of essential oils. They've got the highest grade therapeutic oils in the world. They're safe for all ages and all users. The reason their oils are so potent and so effective therapeutically is because they're grown indigenously. Our plants come from all over the world, from wherever that plant survives the best and thrives the best and also gives the most therapeutic oil. So our lavender, for instance, comes from France, sorry, because the soil is best there. And because the sunlight is just perfect there for this real rich quality therapeutic oil. We've got vetiver oil that comes from Haiti, and that's because that grass grows the best in Haiti. Now, you may have heard in the video, the previous video, that it actually depends, it makes a difference on the quality or the therapeutic properties of the oil, what time of the year a plant is harvested, sometimes what time of the day a plant is harvested. So if they harvest in the morning and that plant isn't to full potential therapeutically until that afternoon or the evening, our testers will know. And every liter of oil that comes to doTERRA's plant is tested for quality, for potency, and for purity rigorously. It goes through more tests than any other oil goes through, and they're tested by a third party. So there's not just someone on board saying, oh yeah, wink, wink, they're good, bottle them up. No, the tests are being done by a third party with no financial gain for saying that they're good or not. So we can trust the purity of these oils. They're the best in the world. Here's another quick video.
Essential oils are both exciting and promising when it comes to taking care of your own and your family's health. Whether you're applying essential oils topically, enjoying the aromatic benefits through diffusion, or taking essential oils internally, the positive healthful effects of essential oils are boundless. That's why you want to ensure that essential oils you are using are capable of delivering on their promise. You want to make sure that you are choosing essential oils for their potency and their purity. A lot goes into making sure that essential oils are both potent and pure. Potency starts with the plant itself. The same species of plant can be grown in different environments will vary in composition. When plants are grown in optimal soil, temperature, and climate, they produce a higher quality essential oil, just as nature intended. But that's only half of the equation. Purity plays a major role as well. Many essential oils available to purchase are not certified pure. Often they contain synthetic fillers or other elements that dilute and alter the purity. This diminishes the healthful qualities of the oil. doTERRA is committed to providing the purest, most potent essential oils possible. We employ a global network of farmers who know intimately the process of growing plants for essential oils. They ensure the plant is taken care of properly and harvested at the proper stage. doTERRA has also perfectly melded modern advances in testing procedures to ensure the purity and efficacy of each essential oil. Every doTERRA essential oil is put through the highest standard of rigorous and thorough testing. This testing protocol, CETG, Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade, sets the bar for quality, purity, efficacy, and consistency. When an essential oil is deemed worthy to be sold as a doTERRA essential oil, you'll know that it has the highest quantity of active beneficial constituents and that it is free of contaminants and adulterations. Because at doTERRA, we know the same care and attention, as well as the same commitment to only provide the very best, is not unique to us. They're the same qualities you employ when taking care of those you love the most.
So you saw in the video, there's actually 3 different ways that we can use essential oils. The first is aromatically, by just breathing them in. You can put a drop in your hands, rub your hands together, and hold your hands over your nose and take a few deep breaths in, using the oils by inhalation. You can also use a diffuser, put the essential oils in a diffuser, and the diffuser breaks the oils up into tiny little molecules that travel through the air along with the water in the air, or the water in the diffuser, and they are taken into your body that way. The second way to take them is by rubbing them directly on a targeted area on your body. So you rub it right on your stomach if your stomach is upset, or if you have a stiff neck, from sleeping wrong, you can put an oil on that spot on your neck that's stiff and help loosen it up a little bit. Or if you've got a big workout coming and you want to prepare your muscles for a workout, you can do that. Rub the oils right on that personal or that particular spot. So that's how we use them topically. Now, I do suggest if you use essential oils topically to dilute them with a carrier oil. And a carrier oil, I like to use coconut oil because it's so good for the body anyway. So I just like to add that extra layer of health in there. But you can also just use any vegetable oil that you've got in the house. If olive oil is what you've got, that's fine. Use that. And we usually dilute about a teaspoon to a tablespoon for kids, maybe even more if your kids especially have sensitive skin, per drop of oil. So you really, a little bit goes a long way. And that goes back to the low cost of having essential oils on hand versus having to pay for copays and doctor's visits and prescriptions. So that was the second way to use them topically. The third way is that you can actually take some of the oils internally. Now, the oils that are safe to be taken internally will have a supplement label, like you'll find on any food container. It'll have a supplement label on it that tells what the health properties are of it or whatever. Your percent daily values and that kind of thing. So that's how you'll know that it's safe to be taken internally. You can take them internally by either just putting a couple drops in water and drinking the water, or you can get empty veggie caps and put a couple drops in a veggie cap. I like to do the veggie caps because then I can add a little bit of a diluent oil and just dilute it a little bit just so it's absorbed more safely in my body. So that's how I take the oils. So let's talk about specific oils now, because we've learned a little bit about how to use them, why we use the brands that we use, and how effective they can be for our bodies, and adding them in as natural options. But this webinar is about getting rid of toxins in the house and some of the fun things that I've learned of how to replace with an essential oil product. One of my favorites, because I just really want to tell you this story mostly, is my deodorant. I made a deodorant, and all the deodorant is, it's just three ingredients. I think it's 3 ingredients and some essential oils. So it's raw coconut oil, unprocessed coconut oil, baking soda, and cornstarch. So I get some aluminum-free baking soda, some cornstarch, and a couple, for a jar, probably a jar is like a half a cup to a cup of coconut oil, and then the baking soda and cornstarch. And I put in about 10 to 20 drops of essential oil. And I use patchouli in mine because I die for the smell of patchouli. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite smelling oil. So that's my deodorant. We were camping one time, and my husband thought he must have, the writing on the top of the deodorant bottle jar, I just had in a glass jar, was kind of worn off, so he couldn't really see that it was deodorant, so he used it for toothpaste. And I laughed because he was using my deodorant for toothpaste. But it's so cool that you can use your deodorant for toothpaste and not worry about it, because guess what? The recipe for toothpaste is coconut oil and baking soda, and usually you'd use like a peppermint or something that's good for the body to use as a toothpaste. So it was funny, but it was also really eye-opening and really cool that he could use it in that way. And I could also use it as my pit stick. But then the other night, I saw a post on Facebook or on a blog or somewhere for face wash, natural face wash, that uses coconut oil and baking soda and and I like to add essential oils just because it feels good on the skin and it benefits the skin too. But so then I was thinking, my deodorant now has 3 purposes. It can be used as deodorant, it can be used as toothpaste, and I can use it as a face wash. And if you put an oil like myrrh in it, myrrh is really good for the skin. It's very soothing and moisturizing. It's also got great antibiotic properties, so it's great for a mouthwash or a toothpaste. It doesn't taste the best because like a sappy kind of taste to it, but it can be taken. It can be used as a mouthwash if you spit it out, especially. You can use it as a mouthwash that way or in your toothpaste. So, and it's great for your face wash too. So those are three. That's one oil that can be used three different ways. So that was my favorite use, I guess. I'm going to show you a quick video for On Guard because On Guard is an essential oil that we use in our house all the time to support the immune system. So when we're talking about those viruses and bacteria getting into the home and with kids in school especially, a lot of those things get into our nest. So if the On Guard, when we start to notice a tickle in the back of the throat, we start hitting really hard on the On Guard and oregano and thyme. Those are all really great immuno support blends. So let's watch a quick video on some more benefits of On Guard.
One of doTERRA's best-selling essential oil blends, On Guard Protective Blend, provides a natural and effective alternative that can help keep your family and home healthy. This proprietary blend features wild orange, clove bud, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. On Guard protects against environmental and seasonal threats and can be taken internally on a daily basis to maintain healthy immune function. You can also use On Guard on surfaces throughout your home as a disinfectant and non-toxic cleaner. When diffused, On Guard helps purify the air and supports healthy respiratory function while providing an energizing and uplifting effect. Additionally, you can apply On Guard topically for its cleansing and purifying properties and to help promote healthy circulation.
So On Guard is such a popular and effective product that they've made a whole line from it. So you saw the hand soap, and there was a cleaner concentrate that you can use for dishwashing and counter cleaning or any cleaning that you want to do anyway. So that's a good natural alternative to store-bought over-the-counter stinky, yucky, toxic cleaners, is just by using this essential oil with with or without a soap base. You can also just use a glass spray bottle with water and a few drops of essential oil. And then I usually put a little bit of salt or like witch hazel or something in with it to emulsify the oil and so that it doesn't just float on top of the water. Shake that up really good and you can use it as a counter spray. Another good use for On Guard that we found recently is a throat spray. I filled a glass spray bottle with fractionated coconut oil. And the difference between fractionated coconut oil and unrefined coconut oil is that the fractionated oil stays in a liquid form. So you can put it in a spray bottle and you can spray it out and it doesn't solidify like unrefined coconut oil does. But if you take some fractionated coconut oil, a few drops of On Guard essential oil, and then I also added some lemon essential oil. And then you just spray it, shake it up, of course, spray a couple of sprays in the back of the throat when that throat is getting tickly or itchy or scratchy, and it really helps to soothe the throat. It's a great way to soothe the throat. Let's see. Another product that I use a lot of is the Deep Blue Soothing Blend. So let's watch a video.
In response to the need for a soothing solution for sore muscles and joints, doTERRA created Deep Blue Soothing Blend, the relieving mix of wintergreen, camphor, peppermint, blue tansy, blue chamomile, helichrysum, and osmanthus. These essential oils work together to soothe and relax muscles and ease achy joints. Not only are the effects deep and penetrating, they are also sustained. As you gently rub Deep Blue into areas where you feel discomfort, you'll experience the cool, therapeutic benefit almost immediately. Deep Blue is perfect for occasional discomfort of tired, sore, and worn-down muscle joints. It also supports healthy circulation.
So Deep Blue is the one that I use a lot on my joints if they're feeling sticky or stiff or achy. So that's the Deep Blue oil, and there's also the Deep Blue rub. When you see the Deep Blue rub, that's like a lotion form, and it's got a full bottle of Deep Blue essential oil in it. It smells a lot like, if you think of Biofreeze or Icy Hot, things like that, that's what it'll remind you of, and it kind of has the same purpose. Only it's a lot more natural, a lot more, it's absorbed by the body and is less toxic to the body, so it's more effective. So that's one I really like. Lavender. Lavender is another, I mean, I'm sure you've heard about lavender essential oil. It's found in so many places nowadays, but one that I love, some uses that I love for lavender that I've replaced some toxic things in our house, first of all, is a sunburn soother. We live in southern Arizona, so sunburns are a thing for us. And I grew up on the river in Minnesota, going to the beach and burning every weekend as a kid. So sunburns are, you've probably had them. They suck. I hate them. I used to cry at night trying to fall asleep with a big sunburn on my back. But we've started using the doTERRA lavender in a spray bottle with some liquid real aloe juice, not the green crap you find at the drugstore, because that is toxic. There's nothing real or healthy in that. But if you find, you can get liquid aloe, which is the actual aloe juice, mix it with a few drops of lavender essential oil and spray it right on the sunburn. And man, it really soothes that sunburn. It feels so good and it instantly takes the burn away. Feels really good. Another use for lavender, you may have seen in the picture for the Eventbrite class, for this class, the dryer balls. Dryer balls have become a huge hit in doTERRA land recently because doTERRA started selling some dryer balls that, as a promotion. During Christmas, they had dryer balls for sale and they sold out like within hours. People were so excited about them. They're wool dryer balls, but you can get them on Amazon too. You don't have to buy the dryer ball. Oh, I don't know if doTERRA doesn't even sell the dryer balls anymore, but the point is you can get wool, real wool dryer balls. Put a few drops of essential oil. Lavender is a nice one because it's a nice calming and soothing and refreshing scent. It's a really nice on the dryer balls. Throw them in the dryer and you don't have to use those toxic dryer sheets anymore that are full of synthetic scents. So let's hear what else we can use lavender for.
Cherished for centuries for its unmistakable aroma, lavender has many therapeutic benefits. Lavender's ability to calm and soothe the mind and body continue to be one of the most notable qualities of lavender. Applying lavender to the back of the neck and to the temples helps reduce muscle tension, while inhaling lavender promotes relaxation and a restful night's sleep, making it ideal for diffusing at bedtime or when stress is high. With so many benefits and versatility, lavender is a must-have oil that you should have on hand at all times. Lavender is calming and relaxing. It is soothing for occasional skin irritations. The aroma can also help ease tension.
So in a couple of the videos that we've watched, you've seen the diffuser running. And at the beginning of this presentation, I talked to you about how I was looking for a natural way to scent my home and to get rid of the stink. So I've got diffusers running in my house now. So I've replaced all the Glade plugins and the candles and the stinky Febreze nastiness that's full of toxicity and is harmful for our bodies. I've replaced all that with diffusers and essential oils, and that's it. That's all it takes. You can use any scent that you like, but the cool thing about using the essential oils is not only does it make your house smell good, it's cleaning the air in your house. You're actually cleaning and getting rid of toxicity and getting rid of bacteria and germs that are floating around in the air in your home. So it's dual purpose. It's really perfect. There's several other videos. I encourage you to come to this class online, sharesuccess.com/class, and watch any of these other videos. Also, please contact me if there's any other particular oils that you want to hear more about, and I can send you more information on those specific oils. So by now you're probably wondering, how the heck do I get these oils into my home? Because I know you want them. Everybody wants them, and you're going to love them once you try them. It's amazing. It's life-changing. So getting a wholesale membership with doTERRA is just like getting a Costco membership. There's no commitment. There's no, you have to spend this much or you have to do this. You get the wholesale account. You order when you want. You order whatever you want. It comes shipped directly to you. So you don't have to wait for me to deliver it or any of that mess. You just order whenever you run out and try new things if you want to. And it's a great program. So the Costco or the, I was looking at the word, the wholesale membership is $35. That's all it is. For a full year, you get your wholesale membership and you get 25% off. So it really pays for itself with a couple of oils. That's a huge discount. The other thing that you can do is doTERRA has put together some enrollment kits. They're pre-packaged or pre-put together kits of essential oils that are at different price ranges, and depending on what your needs are. And then you get that $35 wholesale fee is waived for you. So your $35 is going toward oils instead of towards a membership fee. We'll watch a quick video here and hear a little bit more about how to get a hold of the oils.
doTERRA offers products through a yearly wholesale membership. For a low membership fee of $35, a wellness advocate will be able to purchase products at wholesale prices 25% below retail.
Wellness Advocate is just another name for the wholesale account.
A new wellness advocate can choose to enroll with just a $35 enrollment fee, or doTERRA offers several product kits as enrollment options. If you purchase an enrollment kit, not only will the membership fee be waived, but you will receive a substantial discount on doTERRA products. We have found that as new wellness advocates experience the purity and potency of doTERRA essential oils and essential oil wellness products, they naturally are inclined to share their experiences and products with others. To help you on your journey, doTERRA has included in your enrollment packet 3 brochures, Living, Sharing, and Building doTERRA Naturally. Meet with the individual who invited you today to review enrollment options and choose the best fit for you.
So I'd be happy to sit down and talk on the phone with you or chat via Facebook Messenger or whatever works best for you on getting you set up with the essential oils that work best for your needs. So please feel free to reach out to me on Facebook. You can find me at Jelaine Eastridge is my personal page. Facebook.com/groups/Nourish the Nest is my getting rid of toxic stuff in your nest page, and feel free to join that if you're not already on it. Otherwise, you can reach me at my email, jillaine@nourishthenest.com. If another doTERRA advocate sent you to this webinar, please go back to them and have them help you with enrollment and have them get you set up with your wholesale account so you can start getting these benefits today. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I'm glad you could make it. And if you're watching the replay, thanks for taking the time out of your day to see the replay. I hope to be in touch with you soon. Take care now.